Hi Aries, how are you guys? Let's do your reading. Actually, I already started it and had to turn the camera. I got interrupted. So let me just catch you up to where we are. So far, we're about halfway through the first spread. So your energy, you've got the Eight of Coins, Eight of Pentacles. So very focused attention. Where you come together, this is for you and the person or situation on your mind. Okay, so there's good news coming in. That might be what you're really focused on. But this is kind of where you guys meet in the middle. This could be flirty communication. There's some energy about wanting. You're very focused on something. Do you think your person that you're dealing with sees you or thinks you are very highly focused on work and more into, focused on your finances and projects or work than them right now is what it looks like. They are in an energy of wanting to collaborate, come together, is what this is implying. Okay, so and then how they view you, we've got the Hermit. So again, it's like not, you may have pulled back or not showing a lot of interest right now. This person views you as in doing your own thing. I just almost had something. Let's see. Okay, so the next card is where things come together. You guys are, it looks like the magician is wanting to create. I think it's coming from both sides. It looks like you guys both want the same thing, but they're seeing you. You may be waiting for them to make their move, but they feel like you are more withdrawn and focused on your attention is on other things, work. You've kind of, I don't know, if you've turned away from this person, you've slowed down on communication. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. And then next steps for them is the Sun card, which is happiness, illumination, playfulness, children, family. Okay, bottom of the deck. Oh wow, look at that. So somebody's coming in slow and stable. This actually may be working out perfectly because it's kind of, I don't know, put some slowness or kind of slowed things down. It's maybe even some things out. We'll see. We're just barely getting started. But the bottom of the deck was the Knight of Pentacles. That's the Knight that we prefer because the Knight of Pentacles is slow and methodical, thinks things through. So Aries, it looks like you're either really truly focused mostly on work and just kind of like let's see what they do, which is better than being anxious about what they're going to do. In fact, that's what I always suggest, right? Underneath that was the Emperor. The Emperor is somebody very strong and stable, divine masculine. I did say this in the last read, in the year reading before I had the camera, before I got interrupted, but I was picking up on a lot of 1111, Four of Wands energy. So we'll see. All right, so this is where we are. So this person is in a very strong element or energy of coming together, cooperating. It looks like that's going to come out. Okay. Okay, so communication or travel is what you cannot see. Passion. Lots of, strong wand energy is what I was feeling, the Four of Wands. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys are never going to know because you didn't see me shuffle, but that is crazy. That last reading, I can't believe I got totally interrupted, but that is crazy. And you guys don't know because you didn't see me shuffle, but that is crazy. Okay, so, oh gosh, where was I? I'm just floored. So what you cannot see, communication, could be travel, but passion. There's a lot of passion. And that's why I was feeling passion, was because I was picking up on this Four of Wands, which before the camera cut off, I was saying, I feel like there's a lot of twin flame energy. Even if, twin flame, you could also look at that as just strong soulmate energy, strong soul tie connection. This is foundation, solid, coming together. Let me see what else I get on that, because that was just so strong. Okay, well, and it's in the tarot's advice if you choose to take it. So this is basically saying, I think you're on the right track. You might struggle a little bit with anxiety or how do they feel type energy, but I think you're able to, compartmentalize, which is what I always think of with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is somebody that can compartmentalize different areas of her life. So if you're worried about how someone feels about you, instead of letting it consume you and, totally occupy your mind, and get you off track in other areas, you're able to compartmentalize and say, well, I'm going to set that thought and those thoughts and feelings aside for now, and I'm going to work on this project or go to the gym or listen to music. I'm going to do something because I know I can set that aside and I can come visit it later. Maybe later I'll let myself think about it, but right now I'm not going to let it take over my whole day. So I don't even know why I got on that. I'm just so floored. I'm floored that card came out when I was saying that. I'm so floored. I mean, I'm not, because it happens, but, I just wish you guys had seen me shuffle. But anyway, the Hangman. So outcome is somebody is seeing the light. This is nice. I mean, it's kind of putting a little bit of that, that little bit of tension in the situation, where it makes, there's a little bit of mystery. I like, maybe we'll get the High Priestess. I like the mystery of that. I like that you're really hyper-focused on other things. There is interest here. This person is in a really good place. It just looks like you have the upper hand here. And that's really nice place to be. Especially if you have teetered on feeling anxious or not wanted or unimportant in the past, which a lot of us that watch tarot have, and that's why we come to tarot. But the Hangman is somebody who sees things differently. We have the Hangman and the Hermit card. So there's a lot of enlightenment here. It's just like got a maturity. So we're going to clarify. I don't want to shuffle yet, but let me just go a little bit further and then I'll shuffle before I clarify, because I hate that you guys didn't see me shuffle. Sometimes it doesn't bother me, but because that card came out, I wish you had seen me shuffle. Okay, so next in line, we've got the Star card. That's dreams, dream big. Whatever your goals are, maybe double them. If you don't dream about them or visualize them, you definitely won't get them, right? So the Fool card, that's taking a chance. It's freeing yourself of baggage. I really love this reading. And then somebody comes, fly. I think this person is seeing you in your glory versus, when we're sad and down and, wow, look at that. 10 of Pentacles. So you are very focused on money. It looks like money's coming in. And you know what may have sparked this is a powerful ending. Something really ended. Some major cycle closed out. And I think, if not, this is where you're headed. You just really taken the high road and been able to not dwell on it and redirect that energy into purpose and Pentacles. So, pain, heartbreak is a very strong energy. It's a very strong pain. And that pain is an energy. And you guys know energy is, I feel like I need to angle a little different. Energy is not, it's can't die. It's just can transition. So this looks like the reading that I'm always wanting or always trying to, motivate you or inspire you guys to do, which is taking something that hurts, that's just so heavy and overbearing, and redirecting that powerful energy into a fuel, to fire, to fuel your purpose or your job or your health or getting to the gym or cleaning your house. And that's what this looks like. Okay. So I'm very happy. And there's the Lovers. So somebody is making a decision to come towards you. I think this person is seeing you in a very not needy, not angry, not complaining, not wanting more, empowered position with your hands full. Very busy. I like it. Oh, okay, now I know y'all saw that. Put it back and there it is. Boom. Ten of Pentacles. So you got lots of money, major money improvement. I just want to say, for those of you who are thinking to yourself, I keep picking up on this, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It's like only 20% of my regular viewers are subscribed. Please subscribe. It means so much to me, and it helps me tremendously in the channel. But I also think it connects your energy to me. And I always try to focus on subscribers first and foremost, right? I always try to like focus on pulling their energy in. But for those of you who I am picking up on, look, the star again. Those of you that I'm picking up on that wish this was happening to them and are feeling like, no, I am sad. No, I am struggling. This is very likely what's coming. You may have to take a little tiny step towards it. The universe will meet you halfway. Take those first steps. If you're having trouble, just for the few of you that are feeling like, I wish I was rising above it. I wish I wasn't sitting and thinking about it. I wish I wasn't ruminating. I wish I was empowered. If you're struggling to take those steps, there's a little tip I learned, and it works really, really well. Just take the little tiniest first step. If it's that you need to clean out a drawer, or do something like that, an example would be open the drawer. Leave the drawer open. Make yourself walk past that open drawer. Because guess what? That's step one. Every time you walk past it, you're going to be a little curious to look and see what the next step could be. I heard of somebody that put a vacuum. They needed to clean, and that's a great place to start. Clean your room. Get your room clean. Make your bed in the morning, every morning. Splash water on your face. Cold water. I hope you guys are splashing cold water on your face every single day. Sunlight within the first hour of waking, before caffeine, will help get those hormones going. So if you're feeling down and out, let me just tell you, it's hormones. You've got too many, you've got hormones that are unstimulated, or the wrong hormones, the stress stimulated, that's making you feel heavy. Just take those first steps, because if you're not the one that is coming through the strongest, if that's not you and you're struggling and not feeling empowered, this is where you're supposed to be, and this is where you can be very soon if you take a few steps. Okay, so just take those first few steps. If I absolutely can't get myself started, another tip I learned was to just visualize. Visualize me doing that hard task. I visualize me actually, and it kind of gets it clear in my mind, like what all I would have to do, or what the phone call would be like, what steps I would take. So try that. Try visualizing the next steps. Try taking little bitty steps. I know somebody that put a vacuum in front of their bedroom door, and it took them like a freaking week before they actually vacuumed. But at least they put the vacuum there. Any little step in the beginning will build the momentum. I know a lot of you very high energy, empowered Aries are sitting there going, do we have to talk about this? But some people most people get into a place in life at one time or another where this information and input could be very helpful. So even if it's not you right now, hopefully it's not. It might be in, a couple weeks, a couple months. So anyway, bear with me. It's hard for me to pick up on those feelings and not give those little tips, So if this isn't you, you're not the empowered one that somebody's looking up to and somebody's admiring. It can be and will be very soon if you take a few steps, okay? Splash cold water on your face. Do this in the morning to get out if you need help getting out of bed. Get your body moving, in the bed, start stretching, stuff like that. I even have gone as far as sleeping in my workout clothes and putting my tennis shoes right next to the bed so that it was so easy the next morning. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you're going to have money. My strong advice here is to do, for those of you that are doing this, focusing on Pentacles, it's coming around. Look at that. Destined. So it looks like focusing on money and purpose, maybe it's your health, but all those things are going to bring someone in. For the majority of you, I feel like it's someone that's, that you're interested in. But it's a double whammy, because this abundance, this growth, this, just advancement in your life, in money, in career, is also going to bring in somebody that loves and respects you. And it looks like you're being watched. They're observing. The Devil. The devil is somebody, sometimes the devil, this is Capricorn energy, very aggressive, maybe obsession. Yeah, looks like there's somewhat of an obsession with money. Okay, let's clarify. So, thank you for listening to all that. If it didn't apply to you. What is that red dot? That's so weird. Okay, maybe that's the ball. Okay, that's a ball on the floor. That's a spiky ball. I roll that on my foot to get, it's really good for circulation. And then I think the camera has got another red dot and it's throwing me off. Okay, so you're focused on work. What's this Page of Wands? All right. So somebody, again, there's communication, something flirty and light. The Fool is somebody who travels light. So this communication, this might be telling you keep it light, but it's also indicating that there will be a new beginning, and it's going to be in light, carefree energy with communication. So be playful is what I'm getting on that. What's the Three of Pentacles? So somebody is I think somebody's waiting to hear from you or waiting to reach out. So they see you as the Hermit. I mean, I think we already know what that's about, but let's get a card on it. Huh. Eight of Swords. Maybe they think you're a little obsessed or tied to your work. Interesting. Too bad. So sad. Right? If you're happy. And the roles could be reversed. I don't know about that though. I don't feel it. So Seven of Wands. This kind of has that, they're feeling a little bit like they are trying, I think, not to interfere or interrupt. Somebody is definitely manifesting communication. Tell me more about this with the, let's clarify the Magician. Yeah, it's money. Somebody's really focused on money. Maybe this other person is very financially secure as well. Why the Sun card? You're working really hard. And now is like a time that you're going to be building a lot of momentum, I think. Okay, that's crazy because that was the next card, or I don't know how I saw it, but I saw it and I ignored it. And there it is. Okay, let's see. And this is kind of telling me that what I'm picking up on is some of you really aren't getting out in the sun enough. Make sure you're getting sunlight on your face in the morning. It is so, not through glasses, not through windshield, directly on your face. It is like a natural, there's, a gland behind your eyes that needs to be stimulated. It's very, very crucial for hormone health. Everything is hormones, by the way. Happiness, sadness, hunger, fear, energy, all of it's hormones. Okay, so hormone health, very, very important. Also, make sure you're getting enough sleep. If you're struggling, then maybe you need to try getting up at the same time every day. That could be helpful. Something with that. But let's go back to the spread. The Sun card. Their next actions towards you. The Sun. Huh. Maybe they're going to try and get you out. Let's see. What is that? Huh. They don't know. This person might be taking the kind of now remember, energy changes. Could change in 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days. But there's something blocked. What is that? Why do we have that? I'm not sure how to read that correctly. You guys tell me in the comments if you know. This person is yeah. There's that. So this is strong. There's that King of Swords again. It's like this person. Next actions towards you. The Sun card. I mean, that's illumination. Maybe coming out of sadness. I'm getting a very mixed energy there, though. And there's the juggling. Not sure. I mean, I guess this is just not sure if how you feel. Let me get a little more. Let me get a different deck. How does this person feel? Tell me, or let's clarify the... I've got my twin flame deck here. Clarify the Sun card. It could be a Leo. But that King of Swords is, that sword is up. There's a lot of thought back and forth. At this point, they just may not be sure. Okay. Temperance. Yeah, they're holding back. It's kind of like they're trying to be patient. There's, you know, Temperance is patience, balance. Anything else? Gosh, this deck is happening, isn't it? Five of Swords. They're conflicted. They don't know what to do. There's the Four of freaking Wands. I told you guys I felt so strong. And y'all saw me shuffle that one. It's so hard to get the light right because I've got it to where it's right now, but it's blinding me. All right, well, this person is a little bit back and forth on what to do. They're looking at how to get you out of the house, it looks like. There's a lot of thought about that. Ace of Pentacles. Maybe they don't want to intrude, or... Oh, no, just make sure when you get communication or you reach out to this person, keep it very playful. Because that is confusing. So, okay, the Eight of Wands, which you cannot see. Communication, travel, clarity. So communication brings clarity, maybe time together. The Ace of Swords is, that sword is up. Again, remember I kept saying I feel a lot of mental energy. So communication, clear communication. I would try to not have ego, drop the ego. What about this Four of Wands? Passion. Remember when I said passion? Boom. So, you know, okay. So Aries, for some of you, this could just be, you know, all about be careful with, you know, you're totally focused on work. Money's coming in. I know you don't want to get off track on that. I know, because if you let love interfere, then you might get off track. But when it comes to this person, I mean, this may just all be telling you to take, you know, make sure you set some time. This person may think you don't have room for that. Make sure you have space for them in your life. Like, I know for a lot of years, I really didn't have space for someone in my life. Like, there was no really room for them to be comfortable at my house. You know, and anybody that I may have dated wouldn't have really felt like there was room for them in my life. So I think that's what this is. So be careful with that. I just want to point that out. Make sure there's room for them in your life. And I know that it's hard to stay on track sometimes when you don't want to get off track in the love dynamic. This is saying keep it playful. And, you know, just all work, no play. Just keep that in mind. That's not a good thing either, okay? I mean, I have to think you wouldn't be watching this if you didn't want some passion in your life. So, okay, the outcome, the hangman. The hangman, somebody that's seeing things differently. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're the one that's going to see things differently. Maybe you can have it all. Maybe you can have love and compartmentalize. Maybe you can not get off track with your finances. Maybe you can set aside this time, designated time for, you know, fun and romance, and set aside this designated time for money. Wow. I feel like there's somebody who isn't really conflicted about that. But anyway, you've got money, major money coming in. Yeah, look. It's like at all cost, at all cost, you're going to have money. You're going to, you know, make it or die trying, that kind of thing. So I feel like this is all fun, you know, no work, all work, no play. It makes, what is the saying? Someone a dull boy. So make room for this person, okay? They're going to come towards you. Let me get an oracle. I love it. I love this reading. I hope it's mine. Yeah, it's crazy. I pulled these twin flame decks. I'm reading from downstairs, which I never do. But I pulled these twin flame decks because I just was feeling twin flame so strong. And hence this Four of Wands. I love you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Tell me your story. I also just love to hear where you're watching from. Anything else for Aries? This is just all about a perspective. Look. And again, this is just reminding me what we had. Look at this. Look where I cut the deck. Hierophant. This looks like a wedding, you guys. Okay. What comes after an ultimate pain, heartbreak, or pain? Tranquility. Sometimes we hit rock bottom and we have so much pain, and sometimes that's what creates the healthiest guy in the gym, you know, or the most successful businessman, because he had so much hurt and pain, and it's just lit a fire, and they were able to redirect. It's not what happens to us, it's where we go with it. It's how we handle it. So look, some sort of major painful ending. You've got tranquility ahead. Let me show you where I cut the deck. It was the Hierophant. Three of Cups. Union, celebration. Could be a wedding. My camera's about to die. I love you guys so much. Lover's card, twin flame. Told ya. Okay, I love you guys so much. Let's talk in the comments. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye, Aries.